At St. Francis Hospital, we are committed to transforming care at the bedside. We have focused on how to improve the care that we provide to our patients every day. So this means that nurses and patients are working together to bring nurses to the bedside more often, to communicate better with patients and families, and improve the safety of the care that we provide so that anytime a patient is here at St. Francis, they're going to be getting the highest quality of care possible.
This collaborative model had a major focus on medical surgical nursing when it was initiated. At that time, there was a national labor shortage, nursing turnover was very high. So that was why the goals were established by the Robert Wood Johnson to basically change the practice environment of med-surg nurses. So this was an opportune time for us at St. Francis because we had been building our team morale and our staff satisfaction was already coming forward. And we thought this would be a great time to join a national structured quality improvement initiative guided by Robert Wood Johnson and the American Organization of Nursing Executives.
What the bonus to me has been is just watching our nursing leadership grow and blossom. And when I say leadership, I mean at the bedside. So the staff nurses are developing leadership skills. They are going to be our future nursing leaders in whatever other fields they want to choose, whether it's at the bedside, whether it's in education, or it's in administration. But to me, that has been so gratifying to just watch these nurses who've been involved in this process just blossom.
I don't think any of us really knew what we were doing. We relied heavily on Kay and Linda to run the meetings, to help us just get started. Everything was so new to us, and it probably took a good year before even the people that went to the TCAB meetings understood that this was something that we were doing, something that we could come up with the ideas and be able to run with them. I think probably the biggest lesson that we've learned through TCAB, and plus having our manager stress it, is that all of our changes have to be patient-centered. It would be very easy to take a program like TCAB and start changing things to make our lives better, but that's not what this program's about. It always has to go back to the patient to make sure that what we change is very patient-centered. It always has the patient in mind.
When we started our TCAB journey at St. Francis, we focused a lot on quick wins, and these were ideas generated by staff that were easy to implement. They made a big difference on the unit, they made a big difference to patients, and they helped us build our confidence in doing change management and working on process improvement.
One of the first changes that we made was regarding the way that we paged our doctors. We used to have to call at a desk phone to page them and then stand and wait until the doctor called back and we could take the call. If we needed to go see a patient, we left the desk and then the secretary would be looking for whoever paged that doctor, and often the call would be missed. The doctor was unhappy, secretaries were unhappy, nurses were unhappy. We changed to portable phones, to paging the doctor to the portable phone. We could put that phone right in our pocket and walk off, do what we needed to do, and when the doctor called back, we would just answer the phone and have the conversation. The secretaries spent far less time looking for nurses. Nurses got the calls from the doctors that they needed to get, and the doctors didn't have to call and not know who had called them. So it was a win situation for everybody. As we were looking for ways to reduce waste, we found that there was a redundancy in labs and reports that were being printed, sorted, and filed. The information was also on the computer. By eliminating this printing, we reduced waste, we saved time with the filing, and the nurses were given more time with their patients. In the past, our method of shift handoff involved a taped report in a secluded room, which the off-going nurse taped sometime in their shift, covering what they thought was important to pass on. To increase patient safety, satisfaction, and ensure good communication between nurses, we standardized the report sheet and moved the handoff to the bedside. Another quick win that helped save time for the nurses was the signing of the MARs. In the past, we used to have to sign every single page of the MAR, and that would be about 10 to 15 pages of signing per patient. Now, a signature is needed for verification of who gave the medicine, but we found out that only one signature per MAR was what they needed, so we got permission to sign the first page of the MAR and stop there. And this was a way for the nurses to save time so they could be at the patient's bedside longer. Transforming care at the bedside is also very patient-focused on patient safety, and we're always looking for ways to make medication passes more safe. One thing we found was that when the nurse went to the Pyxis machine to get the patient's medication, she was frequently interrupted by phone calls or people or whatever. And we decided that we needed to make that a safe zone where the nurse would not be interrupted. So we decided to use a red mat in front of the Pyxis machine. Whenever anyone was on that red mat, they could not be interrupted. And the nurse had permission to say, "I'm on the red mat." While she got the medications, as soon as she stepped off the mat, people could talk with her again. This increases their attention to the meds that they're pulling and also ensures that the right meds are being pulled for the patient.
As a student, I've been to multiple hospitals and various floors, and the feeling of being on a floor that's involved in TCAB is very different than my previous experiences. Being on a floor where TCAB is an active part of the floor, I feel encouraged and supportive, and just the feeling from the overall staff is warm and kind, and has made me feel a part of a team.
It's been really exciting to watch the staff bring forth ideas that will help make the workplace more safe and more efficient. We've had ideas come from transporters, from security officers, from the dietary department, our certified nursing assistants, as well as our registered nurses. And overall, we've done over 150 innovations that have come directly from the staff.
The thing that I love the most about TCAB is that it has really empowered the staff to come up with great ideas and to take action on those ideas.
There is more job satisfaction. People are much happier with their work because I feel like they really know that when they want to make a change, they can do it.
Through TCAB, we've had a huge change in the culture of involvement and engagement of the staff. And now that they can understand why the change was necessary, they can be part of the change method and the change product at the end. There is a huge difference in policy and practice change of the staff.
In closing, from a personal nursing leadership perspective, I am most proud of our patient-centered care model that we have developed here. Our model focuses on the nurse and the patient at the bedside. As nurses, we all appreciate to implement and sustain changes of this magnitude have truly been exceptional. I am very honored and proud to have been part of this team. In the words of Gandhi, be the change that you want to see. And that's what we are doing here every day at St. Francis Hospital.